Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS. We'll start discussing current affairs of 18th July, and first topic is economics. A new palette for creative economy. What is this new palette for creative economy? There is a need for implementation of collaborative model to meet the challenges faced by creative economy. Need to implement collaborative model to meet the challenges faced by creative economy. What is creative economy? Creative economy is an evolving concept which builds the interplay between human creativity and ideas and intellectual property, knowledge and technology. So it focuses on human creativity, ideas, intellectual property, knowledge and technology. What is this intellectual property rights? IPR, intellectual property rights, that is based on the cognitive production of a particular person. For example, somebody is creating a music, somebody is creating medicine. So that is one type of property of that particular person, and cannot be used by any other entity without his permission. Okay, IPR different types. It may be patent, it may be copyright, right? IPR may be copyright, it may be trademark, right? It may be GI tag, trademark, it may be GI tag, it may be trade secrets, it may be industrial design, right? These are various types of industrial design. There are various types of IPR, intellectual property rights, also called as orange economy. It is knowledge based economic activity. Orange economy is knowledge based economic activity, especially when we say knowledge based economic activity, it is the service sector. Creative industries include film, television, publishing, museums, arts, computer programming, crafts, architecture and designing. These are creative economy. They are considered as important source of commercial and cultural value. What is the status of creative economy? Creative economy is one of the world's most rapidly growing sectors, contributing 3% to the global GDP. It is contributing 3% to global GDP. That is this type of creative economy, that is television, publishing, museums, arts and computer, right? And it is a highly growing sector. According to Exim Bank study, creative economy in India accounts 121 billion of exports in 2019. 121 billion of exports. Creative economy in India accounts 121 billion of exports, which is very huge. Okay. Next, India ranks 6th globally outside USA with respect to top international box office market by revenue. Creative economy accounts for 3% global GDP. of global GDP. Cultural and creative industries generate around 2,250 billion US dollar. Culture sector employs 30 million people worldwide. So it's a global level. Let's say India is ranked 6th globally outside USA with respect to international box office market by revenue. Okay. What is the significance of creative economy? Preservation of art, artisans play vital role in preserving traditional forms and contribute immensely to the cultural economy. That is preservation of art and artists and artisans, immensely to cultural economy. Creative supply chains. It will make a country or a region attractive destination for investment in film, TV series, further increase growth in supply sectors like music. Shared IP will create major revenues across multiple creative industries. Create major revenues across multiple creative industries from Pokemon to Harry Potter. Multiple creative industries from Pokemon to Harry Potter. Creative technology. There is a increasing overlap between digital and creative industries, which is further enhanced by artificial intelligence, VFX. Right, this is creative technology. Digital creative industries, artificial intelligence. Right. So these are various dimensions. Creative supply chains that include their TV series, film investment. These are creative supply chain, music. Regional development. It will likely play a more important role in greater range of regions over time, because at any place you can create music. Policy for skill enhancement. There will be a technical skill policy development to improve the education system to support the creative economy, which is increasing in demand. Global competitiveness. There is further promoted by increase in incentives and rewards to countries which performs well in its industry. Global competitiveness. This is further promoted by increase in incentives and rewards to the countries which performs well in its industry. Then overall development. It helps the creation of jobs, economic growth, tourism, exports, and overall social development. What are the challenges faced by artisans in India? Appointments. As there is no systematic or rotational mechanism in place for a selection of artists, it creates inequality in representation. Some people are influential, there is nepotism, and various other politics. The selection process is often random or based on subjective criteria, which makes the artist unable to gain from sponsored platforms. So there are various subjective criteria which makes the artists they are not getting sponsored platforms. Poor support. There are no serious efforts by the private and public institutions to promote contemporary artists as brands. Right. Those people who are deserving are not getting opportunity because of various, which can be evident from various cases, like for example Sushant Singh and other people. Crime in art world, it includes that art theft, copyright infringement, forgery, fraud, illicit trafficking. Theft, copyright infringement, forgery, fraud, and illicit trafficking of various artworks. Lack of audit. There is no institutional infrastructure, expertise, technology to verify the original artwork. This gap leads to injustice towards the genuine artist. Other challenges: unaccounted money preserved through artworks. Dissemination of disinformation about cultural history. Suppose a movie is made, then how much which person of the movie is about. Suppose there is a movie is made, which portion of movie, maybe there is some disinformation or slightly changed information, misinformation having a particular political ideology. It may also happen, right? Unaccounted money preserved through artworks. So by artworks, huge amount of money is created, and that is not shown to the government as income. So these are also various problems. What efforts were taken in this regard? UNESCO Mondia called 2022. It is World Conference on Cultural Policies and Sustainable Development. Mondia called 2020 World Conference on Cultural Policies and Sustainable Development. Creative Cities Network. It is created in 2004, which covers 7 creative fields. In India, 6 cities have been selected. Srinagar, Crafts and Folks Art category was the last addition. UNCTAD, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. This is UNCTAD. Okay. Creative Economy Program. It is an initiative of UNCTAD which generates economy information through trade lanes to understand past trends and project into the future. The Creative Economy Outlook 2022. It is published by UNCTAD, which provides latest data and trends on fast-growing creative economy sector. It's published UNCTAD, which provides fast-growing data on creative economy sector. Bridgetown Covenant. What is Bridgetown Covenant? It is outcome of Creative Industries and Trade Digitization Forum calls UNCTAD a place greater emphasis on societal and developmental benefits. United Nations General Assembly (UNGA) it recognizes the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, that is 2021. 21 is recognized as International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development. How to address the challenges faced by creative economy? First thing is robot security architecture. It is possible to develop advanced technology, authentication, tracking which foster healthy creative economy. We do not have robot security architecture in case of, for example, there is various online frauds. Data protection bill has not passed yet. Right, BNC Krishna committee recommendation has not been accepted. Regular audits. There must be regular audits of acquired artworks to enhance trust and preserve the collection's integrity. Next is regular audits. There must be regular audits of acquired artworks to enhance trust and preserve the collection's integrity. An institutional record of incoming and outgoing artworks with a verified identification mark is required. Yes, verified identification mark so that there will not be infringement of copyrights. Right. For example, there will not be fake. For example, fake portraits are being sold. Enhancing India's software. It can be done through capacity building center to create an ecosystem of innovative technology based on startups in the arts and crafts sector, fulfilling the artist's need. Artist needs must be reached by training, professional development, market access, participation in larger communities and networks. So we have to also consult with the stakeholders, that is the artists, their training, professional development, market access. All these things need to be streamlined. Sometimes they are great artists, but they are not linked to the market. There is no training, there is no structure that will marketize their skill or their talent. So that is also one aspect. Then it is India's software, right? If you are building capacity, for example, Odisha dance, that is a great software of India, in which many people can be applied, and that will link India with the diaspora. So in these dimensions, it is working as a great software for India. Use of information and communication technology. Data analytics could be used to foster creative ecosystem that contribute to a sustainable world. Public-private partnership (PPP) is required to empower artists, bridge industry gaps, and contribute to overall development of a creative economy. So, public-private partnership is essential. Uh, community participation is also essential, because unless this cannot be enforced, right? Then what lies ahead India? To develop the creative economy to realize its full potential, Indian policymakers would like to increase the recognition of Indian culture globally. Increase the recognition of Indian culture globally. Okay. Facilitate human capital development among its youth. Address the bottlenecks and intellectual property framework. Improve the access to finance. Streamline the process of policy making and by establishing the one intermediary organization. India must also leverage its G20 presidency to put creative economy concretely on a global agenda. So these are various G20 platforms, and this is a great platform to enhance its creative agenda, and also various intermediary organizations can be utilized, and access to finance for creative economy, that it's it also increased. Mission Vatshalya. In context, Mission Vatshalya is launched by Ministry of Women and Child Development to ensure children's safety and security in India. Child Welfare Protection Committee at a village level would identify the children who are eligible for support, likely to be difficult circumstances, orphans, cheats children, etc. These children will be facilitated under the sponsorship component of Mission Vatshalya schemes. Sponsorship facilities will be provided based on the recommendation of Child Welfare Committee (CWC), approval from Sponsorship Foster Care Approval Committee. This is Mission Vatshalya, right, for the development of safety and security in India of children's. What is Mission Vatshalya? Ministry of Women and Child Development implemented three schemes, that is Juvenile Justice Program for children in need for care and protection of children in conflict with the law. Juvenile justice, that is one of the preeminent aspect in case of India. There is various crimes related to children's and the adolescent people, right? And sometimes they are organized, used by the non-state actors to engage the children in trafficking, in prostitution, in smuggling of drugs, in different type of criminal activities, because children's because they don't know, and they are trafficked and suffering from poverty. They are also suffering from malnutrition, lack of nutrition, they are also suffering from brain drain. Many of them are destitutes, right? So these are various problems with respect to child, and they are most vulnerable component and which can be misused at very easily because they lack intellectual maturity. So integrated child street program for street children is also there in case of Mr. Master. Schemes for assistance to children's homes. In 2010, the schemes merged into Integrated Child Protection Scheme. 2017, renamed as Child Protection Services Scheme. 2021-22, reintroduced as Mission Vatshalya. It's an umbrella scheme for child protection services in India, aims to secure healthy and happy childhood to every child in the country, right? Those who are the most different section as well. Child protection services. Components of Mission Vatshalya is improving the functioning of statutory bodies, strengthening service delivery structures, upscaling institutional care and services, encouraging non-institutional community-based care, providing emergency outreach services, training and capacity building. Okay, these are the ensure opportunities for children to reach their full potential and flourish all aspects. Foster is sensitive objectives. Ensure opportunities for children to reach their full potential and flourish in all aspects. Foster is sensitive, supportive, and synchronized ecosystem for child development. Assist states and union territories in implementing the Juvenile Justice Act. Achieve sustainable development goals. More non-institutional care for the children. Modes of non-institutional care for the children. Government aided sponsorship like financial assistance provided through government funds, private aided sponsorship, financial assistance provided through private sources or individuals. The responsibility for caring and rehabilitating the child is undertaken by unrelated family. Financial support is provided to the foster parents for nurturing the child. Okay. Adoption. Finding suitable families for children who are legally free for adoption. The Central Adoption Resource Authority (CARA) facilitates adoption process. Yes, Central Adoption Resource Authority. Adoption Resource Authority facilitate adoption process. Financial support is provided to children living child care institutions upon turning 18 years. Yes. financial support is provided to children in case of adoption. This support helps in reintegrate into society and become self-dependent. Assistance may be extended from age of 18 years to 21 years with the possibility of extension up to 23 years. Every district will have a SFCAC to implement and monitor the sponsorship and foster care program as provided under the mission. So these are various steps that are taken by Mission Vatsalya for the child care. That is, assistance is extended, that is financial assistance, and also support to support them to reintegrate into society and become self-dependent. So these are various steps that are taken, right? This is what is child welfare committees. What is child welfare committees? CWC are constituted by state governments for each districts. Each districts or group of districts to protect and care children in need. Each CWC consists of a chairperson and 4 members, including at least 1 woman and 1 expert on matters of concerning children. The Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Children's Act 2015 mandates the establishment of at least 1 CWC in every district. So Juvenile Justice Act Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, that 1 CWC must be established in each district. Okay. CWC perform functions such as defined the Juvenile Justice Act subject to amendment. CWC about bench as a bench of magistrates and has authority to dispose cases to care, protection, treatment, development and rehabilitation of children. Mission Vatsalya provides infrastructure and financial support to states for setting up ensuring the functioning of CWC, that is the Mission Vatsalya. Okay. Next, personalities. Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. In the context of an exhibition, a walk and talk will be held in Kolkata. Will mark the bicentenary year of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, the last king of Awadh. About Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, is the last king of Awadh region. Wajid Ali Shah was the 11th and last king of Awadh, holding the position for 9 years, from February 1947 to 1847 to 1856. His kingdom, long protected by East India Company, was annexed under the tenure of Governor General Lord Dalhousie on 1856 under the pretext of maladministration and lawlessness. The Nawab was exiled to garden reach of Mithya Braj, then a suburb of Calcutta, where they lived the rest of his life on a pension, right? Garden niche of Mathiaburus on a pension. His contribution: he was a poet, playwright, dancer, and great partner of arts. He is widely credited with the revival of Kathak as a major classical dance, and also he was generous, kind, compassionate towards his subjects. He took keen interest in administration of justice, introduction of reforms, and reorganized in the military. Contribution to music: a large number of composers, including Wajid Ali Shah, enriched the classical form of Thumri. Wajid Ali Shah himself enriched the light classical form of Thumri. Although Wajid Ali Shah's pen name was Kaiser, he used to pseudonym, that is Akshatar Priya, for his numerous positions. Diwani Akhtar, Husni Akhtar contain his ghazals. He is said to have composed many new rajas, named them Jogi, Juhi, Saha Pasand, etc. The source for much information on music in Nawabi Lucknow comes from the text Madanul Musiki, the Mine of Music, the Hakim Muhammad Karam Imam, courtier of Wajid Ali Shah. Contribution to dance, that is Kathak. Under Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, Kathak achieved great dimensions. He gave a definite form. Kathak, Nawab Ali Shah, Kathak has definite form, made it more artistic, gave it an aesthetic touch, enriched it with rasa, bhava, and added literature to it. Wajid Ali Shah started two distinct forms of, one is Rahas, another is Ras. Rahas is dramatic form, then theatre including acting, dancing, that is called as Rahas. And Ras is circular form dance, many gopis dance with Krishna. He himself choreographed dance based on moves, Kathak, called as Rahas. He's a choreographer as well. He was the reign of Lucknow Gharana, came to Lucknow Gharana, that is also very famous. The Lucknow style of Kathak, characterized by graceful movements, elegance, and natural poise and dance. Contribution to Hindustani theatre: he established the famous Parikhana, abode of fairies, in which hundreds of beautiful and talented girls are taught music and dancing by expert teachers engaged in royal patron. He used to organize a spectacular peasant mela known as Jogia Jasan, in which all citizens of Lucknow could participate, dressed as yogis, irrespective of caste and creed. Later, when his favorite venue, that is Kaiserbagh Baradari, was built, he began to stage his magnificent rahas, full of sensuous poetry and his own lyrical compositions. So, there are the various contributions to Hindu theatre, that is Parikhana and Jogia Jasans, dressed as yogis, and Kaiserbagh Baradari. These are, and there is Ras Leela. These are contributions of Wajid Ali Shah. and human's contributions in the fields of Kathaks and who has developed Ras and Rahas, that has a dramatic form. What is the contribution of literature of Wajid Ali Shah? His patronized literature, several poets and writers, notable are Ahmad Mirza Sabir, Mufti Munshi, Amir. These are the various writers. Famous poet Mirza Ghalib also received gracious patronage. Mirza Ghalib also received gracious patronage of Wajid Ali Shah, who granted him pension of rupees of 500 per year. Pension of rupees 500 per year because of his contribution to literature. We live in polarized times. It's inspirational to look back to the personalities, especially artists who are more liberal in their approach, and overcome boundaries and restrictions on their own times. Nawab Wajid Ali Shah was defined one such artist and personality. There's something so charming, fascinating is not only he made art himself, but the way in which he facilitated and paved the way for the other artists around him. Then what is PM Mitra scheme? PM Mitra scheme, recently Prime Minister of India lauded foundation stone laying 2 mega textile parks in Maharashtra. 2 mega textile parks in Maharashtra and Gujarat under PM Mega Integrated Textile Legends and Apparel schemes. PM Mega Integrated Textile Legends and Apparel scheme, PM Mitra scheme. It will offer the opportunity to create integrated textile value chain right from spinning, weaving, textile value chain, right? That means integrating the manufacturers to the market, right? And integrating the various requirements of a manufacturers. This is called as supply textile value chain. Weaving, processing, dyeing, printing, garment manufacturing, one location and reduce the logistic cost of the industry. Reducing logistic cost of the industry. If everything is available in a particular area, then transport cost will reduce automatically. When transport cost reduces, then the cost of the overall product reduces and demand in the market increases. A special purpose vehicle is owned by central state government. It will set up on each park to oversee the implementation of the project. PM Mitra scheme. Landmark decision to empower textile sector. Approves 7 mega integrated textile region and apparel Mitra parks. 7 Mitra parks with a total outlay of 4,440 crores in a period of 5 years will be established. World-class industrial infrastructure investment, generation of 7 lakh direct and 14 lakh indirect employment in textile sector. Textile sector is very important. Why? Because after agriculture it provides maximum level of employment. It is a employment intensive sector, textile sector. The Ministry of Textiles provide financial support in the form of development. Capital support of 500 crores per mark to the park special purpose vehicles. A competitive incentive support CIS up to 300 crore per park to the units of PM Mitra shall also provide an incentive to speedy implementation. State governments will provide a contiguous and encumbrance-free and funds on at least 100 acres of land. So this land acquisition, the law and order, all these clearances, environmental clearances, these are based on the state government. Various revenue departments, they will give the clearance. They will give the clearance. So never, not only Ministry of Textiles. So the joint efforts of the state government and the central government is required, and that's why there is a special purpose vehicle. Government of India has planned to establish these parks in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Gujarat, Kannada, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Maharashtra. In these regions, textile industries will be developed. Then Umiam Dam. What is center from the water from Umiam Dam may be released anytime in case there is a further rise in water reservoir in the safe level. Umiam Dam. Umiam Dam, it is known as Barapani Dam reservoir located in the state of Meghalaya in the northeastern state. It is Umiam River about 15 kilometers. 15 kilometers in the north of Sealam, the capital city of Meghalaya. Purpose is the primary purpose of the Umiam Dam is to provide hydroelectric power generation and supply drinking water to the region. It serves as a major water source for Sealam and its surrounding areas. Major water source for Sealam and its surrounding areas. The construction of the dam began in 1964 and was completed in 1965. It was built by Assam State Authority, State Electricity Board, SEB, with technical assistance from the Northeastern Electricity Power Generation Limited. The dam creates a reservoir known as Umiam Lake, which is storage capacity of approximately 9.6 billion cubic of water, and there is hydroelectric power generation, known as a hydroelectric power station. Total installed capacity of 2 into 30 megawatts. 2 into 30 megawatts of total capacity. So what is exercise Nomadic Elephant? Nomadic Elephant to 2023. It is being conducted in India and Mongolia and Ulaanbaatar. Nomadic Elephant. It is 15th edition of bilateral joint military exercise, annual training Mongolia, which is alternative in Mongolia and India. Soldiers in Mongolian Armed Forces units 08 Firm and Indian Army soldiers from the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment will be participating in the exercise. The aim of this exercise is to build positive military relationship, exchange best practices, develop interoperability, bonhomie, camaraderie and friendship between the two armies. The primary theme of the exercise will focus on counter-terrorism operations in the mountains terrain under United Nations mandate. The scope of this exercise involves platoon level field training exercise. During the exercise, Indian and Mongolian troops will engage various training, develop their skills and capabilities. Exercise will include Training reflex firing, room interventions, small tip tactics, rock training. Soldiers from both sides uh, will learn each other's operational experience. Okay. Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement on Trans-Pacific Partnership Commission. The Britain formally signed a treaty to join major Trans-Pacific Trade Pact, becoming the first new country inception in 2018. The sign was a comprehensive progressive agreement, Trans-Pacific Partnership Commission meeting being held in New Zealand. So it is a FTA free trade agreement between 11 nations: Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Maldives, Mexico, New Zealand, Singapore, Vietnam. It was in 2018. It is succeeded to Trans-Pacific United States withdrew from TPP in 2017. So that is Trans-Pacific IAS Progressive Agreement, Comprehensive Progressive Agreement on Trans-Pacific Partnership, that is CPTPP. All the 11 countries are members of Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. The rights and obligations on CTPP fall into two categories. What are the obligations? That is how countries should make the new food safety regulations, and second is market access. How will cut tariffs, open services on the markets. Or the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. It is from 21 Asia economies established in 1989. Members Australia, Brunei, Canada, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines, Russia, US, United States of America. Region is called Asia Pacific region. Okay, headquarter region Singapore. So the lectures end here, and like this video and share and subscribe to VANIK-IAS. Thank you.